Join me as I take on the crazy challenge of surviving 24 hours in the wilderness all on my own. Today, I'm embarking on a thrilling adventure that'll push me to my limits, and I'm both excited and terrified to see how I'll fare in the great outdoors. The idea of surviving in the wilderness for a full day is daunting, but I'm ready to face whatever Mother Nature throws my way. The moment I stepped into the wilderness, I knew I was in for a tough ride. The first challenge I faced was finding a decent source of water. The stream I found was murky, and I had to figure out how to purify it without any equipment. Then there was the issue of food. I had no hunting gear, no fishing rod, and no provisions. I had to rely on my wits to find something edible, and let me tell you, it was a struggle. Shelter was another major concern. The wind was howling and the rain was pouring down, so I had to find a way to construct a decent roof over my head. As the day wore on, the lack of food started taking its toll on my body. I was getting weaker by the hour, and my mind was playing tricks on me. I started to doubt my ability to survive, and I questioned why I'd taken on this challenge in the first place. The loneliness was also starting to get to me. Being alone in the wilderness with no phone signal was a surreal experience, and I felt like I was disconnected from the rest of humanity. But despite all these challenges, I refused to give up. I drew on every ounce of energy I had left and kept moving forward. I found some berries that were edible, and I managed to construct a makeshift shelter using fallen branches and leaves. As the night drew in, I started a fire, and the warmth and light it provided were a welcome respite from the cold and darkness. As I sat by the fire, I started to reflect on the day's events, and I realized that surviving in the wilderness wasn't just about finding food and shelter. It was about finding the strength to carry on when everything seemed against me. It was about believing in myself, even when my body and mind were screaming at me to give up. One of the most intense moments of my experience was when I heard a strange noise in the woods. At first I thought it was just the wind, but then I heard it again. It sounded like footsteps, heavy and deliberate. My heart was racing and I was prepared to defend myself if need be. But as I waited in silence, the noise stopped, and I was left wondering if I'd just imagined the whole thing. The fear and uncertainty I felt in that moment were overwhelming. But as I looked up at the stars twinkling above, I felt a sense of awe and wonder. I realized that I was just a small part of something much bigger than myself, and that realization gave me the courage to face whatever lay ahead. In the end, surviving 24 hours in the wilderness taught me a valuable lesson, that I'm capable of more than I ever thought possible. It taught me to trust myself, to trust my instincts, and to have faith in the universe. So what would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you have given up, or would you have pushed on? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventure content.